Academics is a reading program for primary and high school learners. This program focuses on reading speed, comprehension, spelling, concentration, and visual memory. The main menu of the primary school version looks like the one currently on the screen. The main menu of the high school version contains exactly the same icons and functions, although the interface is different, so as to accommodate the more mature learner. This is what the main menu for the high school version looks like. Academics contains the following exercises and activities. First, we have eye-warming exercises that consist of 5 parts. Then we have fun with words, followed by fun with sentences and other games. The last section is fun with stories, which contains all the reading lessons. On the right-hand side, you will see a red toolbox, which contains the learner administration section. Before I explain to you how to use academics, it is important to mention that the program is fully bilingual. If your child uses the program for the first time, I suggest that you first do an assessment of his reading speed. Do this by clicking on the Fun with Stories icon and select a reading lesson on the grade level of your child. Then click on Start to start reading. When your child reaches the end of the page, click on Next page. Do this until you reach the end of the story. Once your child has completed the reading lesson, his reading speed will be displayed on the screen. Each reading lesson is followed by a comprehension test in a multiple choice or monkey puzzle format. Once a comprehension test has been completed, the results are also shown on the screen. The program stores the results of all reading lessons and comprehension tests for future reference. You can at any time view the results or print a report. During the eye-warming exercises, 5 images are flashed on the screen for a second or so. Quickly focus your eyes on the image in the middle and then try to identify the matching image in one of the 4 corners. You need to do this before the 5 images disappear. This exercise helps to increase the width of your eye span and to improve your visual recognition skills. It also helps to improve visual discrimination and to decrease eye fixation. The eye-warming exercises can also be done with shapes, it can be done with pictures, as well as numbers, and then the alphabet. Now we have a range of sequence exercises, which are excellent for visual memory. As you can see, when doing these exercises, you also have the choice of working with either shapes, numbers, pictures, or the alphabet. The exercises increase in difficulty levels. Numbers are combined and then flashed on the screen. Once they disappear, the learner has to remember what he saw and type the numbers in the correct sequence. In this exercise, various colors of rectangles are flashed on the screen. The learner must recall the sequence in which the colors were flashed, and then rearrange the rectangles into the correct order. Academics also contains the following popular visual memory activity. Although I have now shown you all of the eye-warming exercises, a learner needs spend only 5 minutes on this per session. Once the eye-warming exercises have been completed, the learner is ready to start with the flash exercises, which are especially important for visual accuracy, the increase of eye span width, recognition of difficult words, the improvement of spelling, as well as addressing eye fixation. Flash exercises should preferably be done before the learner completes a reading session, as this prepares the learner for the content of the reading lesson, for example, the spelling of difficult words. There are two types of flash exercises, namely flash words and flash phrases. In this example, the learner makes a spelling mistake. Academics then shows the correct spelling of the word. Now the reader is ready to start with the reading lesson. There are 6 types of reading exercises, namely, test your reading speed, which we have already discussed, progressive reading, eye movement reading, fixation reading, mark reading, and application reading. Progressive reading has been designed to teach the eye to move smoothly from left to right. In layman's terms, one can say that this exercise pulls the eye from the left to the right side of the page. Eye movement reading, on the other hand, does exactly the opposite, although it might look the same. The sentences are placed on the page one at a time. The letters then disappear from the left to the right. In layman's terms, one can say that the eye is pushed across the page. This prevents the eye from regressing or moving back. Let's now move on to fixation reading. With this type of reading activity, the learner can choose to read with 1, 2, or 3 fixations. One fixation reading is also known as line reading. Amongst other things, fixation reading helps to increase the learner's reading speed and to decrease eye fixations. Mark reading. In the previous 3 exercises, the background of the pages where the text appeared were empty, thus preventing the learner's attention from being distracted by surrounding letters or words. However, this is not how reading is done in real life. Mark reading therefore helps the learner to apply the techniques he has learned thus far, while surrounded with other words and letters. The learner therefore has to focus. The learner now has the opportunity to apply everything he has learned thus far. When the reading lesson has been completed, the learner will automatically receive a comprehension test. It is important that the learner completes a reading lesson and a comprehension test during each reading session. Now we can move on to the fun part of the program, namely the games and enrichment exercises. Academics contains a variety of grammar activities. For example, plurals, synonyms, opposites, and even gender. The crossword puzzles contain words that appeared in the reading lesson. And the ever so popular hangman helps to further establish the correct spelling of words. In the activity called Find the Word, learners have to search for a list of words which appeared in the reading lesson. You can select the difficulty level for this activity. In this fun activity, the teacher is standing in front of a class of students who are falling asleep. She has to wake them up by throwing them with a ball of paper. And this is easier said than done. This is an excellent game to enhance concentration and eye span. A unique feature of academics is the fact that it contains word sums. Children often struggle with word sums because they do not understand what they are reading. And it is great to know that as a parent or a teacher, you can add your own word sums to academics. The program also contains puzzles for younger learners. The pictures that are used for the puzzles all come from the reading lessons. Academics allows a user to adjust the parameters of the program to the individual learner. For example, over here at the top, you can change the speed at which a reading lesson is displayed. And over here, you can change the speed at which the words are flashed in the flash exercises. On the right-hand side, you will see a couple of buttons that allow you to change the font, the background color, and the foreground color of the reading lessons. And then last but not the least, another unique feature of academics is the fact that you can edit the program by adding your own reading lessons, comprehension tests, and even spelling lists. And that's it. In a nutshell, you have now seen what a powerful remedial tool academics can be in the hands of parents and teachers who need to assist learners with their reading skills. Feel free to contact us if you need more advice on how to use this program.